Welcome to OhNo, developed by Alain Padron, Izzat Omar, and Guillermo Tchelebi. OhNo is a calendar management app designed to revolutionize the way users manage their schedules. This smart AI-powered tool not only suggests optimal meeting times by analyzing participants' availability and considering time zones, but also offers alternative times for conflicting events. Personalized reminders ensure users never miss important deadlines, while advanced privacy settings provide control over calendar visibility and event scheduling permissions. With features like mobile access, task prioritization, travel time consideration, and insightful analytics, OhNo aims to enhance productivity and offer a seamless user experience. Starting off with user interface, we will have a user-friendly interface supported on web browsers and mobile apps. Users will be able to view, add, edit, and delete events from their calendar screen. On the right here, you can see the developed dashboard screen for the application, where users can view the main calendar and as well as events. Clicking on any of the dates on this screen also allows you to add even more events as well. As far as functional requirements for the software, we are starting off with shared access, where each user can see any other user's calendar and make suggestions based on if they have shared access or not. With smart scheduling, the AI will suggest optimal times for meetings by analyzing participants' availability and considering time zones. Reminders and notifications, where personalized reminders for events or deadlines via push notifications. Privacy settings, users will control who can see their calendar details and schedule events with them. As for task prioritization, AI will prioritize tasks based on the deadlines, importance, and workload. We will also have multiple access, where an intuitive mobile interface on iOS, Android, and web for the on-the-go schedule management. As for the non-functional requirements, the system will ensure high reliability with minimal downtime. Regular backups and failover mechanisms will be implemented. For availability, the system will ideally be available 24/7 with maintenance periods scheduled during off-peak hours. Data encryption in transit and at rest, as well as user authentication and authorization mechanisms will be used to ensure data privacy and security. The codebase will follow standard coding practices for ease of maintenance. This includes using shared development websites and services such as GitHub. The application will be designed specifically for web and mobile applications, making it a portable application. And the application will be optimized for quick response times and minimal resource usage as far as performance. For the architectural design, OhNo follows a client-server architecture where the client, in this case the web browser, iOS or Android device, interacts with a server hosted on Flutterflow and a Google Firebase database. The Flutterflow server presents the main interface to the user, which then synchronizes with the Firebase database for actions such as user authentication, creating tasks, and storing AI responses. As for the components of the software design, we start with the client on the front end, that is the user interface. You have the servers on the back end used on Firebase. You have your databases, to SQL, and your external services as OpenAI. On the right, you can see the diagram we have with the application being either on the web or a mobile app. The user interface developed by Flutterflow, your backend server to authenticate user and on the login page, as well as your use cases and your database and OpenAI as well. Speaking of use case, you can see the use case diagram on the right over here, where you have your user, the actor who interacts with this system, the use cases themselves, starting off with the calendar access. This allows the user to view and interact with their calendar. We have adding and editing tasks, which enables the user to create and modify tasks. Setting reminders. This allows the user to set reminders for tasks and events. You have your settings, which provides the user with options to customize their experience. as well as your AI interactions, which involves the user interacting with AI to receive suggestions and enhancements. For the database, this will be the central storage where all user data is stored and managed. You can also take a look at the software design we have over here. This is our user interface, starting off with the login page where you will use your email and password, as well as the Firebase database to authenticate users. Your main dashboard where you have the main calendar, your upcoming events, and your past due events. Clicking on any of the dates on the calendar or on the tasks tab on the bottom will take you to the next page, which is the task page. At the task page, you can add tasks, create descriptions for it, add a tag and a due date, then create these tasks that will be synchronized to the main calendar page. You also have a tab for settings where users can edit their profiles and the notification settings to create a more personalized experience on this application. As far as the testing, the software testing aims to ensure the software performance, the dependability, and functionality meet the project's goals. We developed a comprehensive plan covering unit testing, integration testing, and user acceptance testing. For the features to be tested with our application, we will test the user interface to ensure it is intuitive, easy to use, and accessible to all users. We will test the AI-driven scheduling assistant to ensure it accurately suggests optimal meeting times. We will also test the calendar management features to ensure users can effectively manage their events. We will test the notifications and reminders system to ensure users receive timely and accurate reminders. We will test the privacy settings to ensure user data is protected and only visible to authorized users. We will test the mobile interface to ensure it is responsive and performs well on various devices. And lastly, we will test the overall system to ensure it is reliable, available when needed, and performs well under different loads. As for the exclusions and features not to be tested, we will not be testing any advanced AI algorithms beyond the initial deployment of this application. And we will also not be testing any features that are planned for future releases. These include voice command integration, multi-language support, and offline mode. For the testing tool and environments, we start with the unit testing. We will write and execute tests for each module to check its independent functionality. We will also have integration testing, combining units in groups that reflect their interactions within the application and test the data flow and functionality between them. For system testing, we will execute end-to-end system tests that replicate real-world usage. For user acceptance testing, we will have real users test the system in a controlled environment to validate the usability, efficiency, and effectiveness of this application. For performance testing, we will simulate multiple users accessing the application to assess the performance and stability. And lastly, for security testing, we will conduct vulnerability scans and penetration tests to identify and mitigate security risks. Overall, the project is still being developed. We have enjoyed the time we've spent working on this project, and we look forward to present a completed project in the near future. Thank you for taking the time to listening to our presentation, and we look forward to hearing from you as well. For questions or suggestions, please reach out to the email on the screen. Once again, thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.